like always. Yeah. My bad, my bad. Let me know if you guys are hopping on and all that. I know Josh wanted to join. I don't know if that's you, Josh, who's on right now. If you are, let me know. And we can talk about whatever you guys want tonight. Right, you guys are probably wondering why I'm not with my girl, but I spent all last night with her and this morning and this whole afternoon with her. Right? So she's doing nannying stuff tonight. So anyways, so yeah, that's why I'm not with my girl right now. I'll probably walk outside here to the front. I'm just gonna drink a little bit today. But yeah, let me know if you guys want to talk about anything in particular or whatnot. Otherwise, I'll just Josh, glad you made it. Yeah, man, you know me, dude. I'm fucking late all the time to my own stuff. But I'm well now. I'm well. um, yeah, you guys. So as probably most of you guys know by now, Valentino, happy Valentine's Day. Yeah, happy Valentine's Day, my man. You have the best name, Valentino, for this day. You have the best day for this day. Yeah, Valentino. I spent all last night and no, Josh is talking about a joke that I made. I'll address that joke. I'll address that joke. It's funny. No, it's a joke that I made. It's a joke that I made. I'll talk about that. um, but yeah, so yeah. Anyways, yeah, I had a great time with my girl. I asked, she's been my girl for like a week now, right? So I did the whole old school thing, made sure I had a flower in hand. So she got two flowers within a week. Within a week, right? Because it's a good idea to do that when you ask a girl to be your girlfriend down here, right? And we were talking for a few weeks before that, and yeah, and like pretty much after the first date, I knew that I wanted to ask her at least probably by the second date to be my girlfriend, right? I was just feeling her. She has good energy. She actually like for real actually likes me. I was joking here with her the other day, right? And I was just like déjame en paz, because if you guys know, when you date Latin American girls down here, like they can be a lot. Like they can text you like fucking nonstop. You know what I mean? And so, anyways, and then so she always just it's a lot for me because I'm like, damn, baby girl, I don't need you to be texting me all the time. So I'm just like, I'm just like be saying like, leave me alone for a little bit. I gotta edit a video, or I'm gonna do this, or I'm gonna be with the expat, or meet up with somebody. But she's not used to that though, cause right, people are like needy and stuff in relationships. But I told her like, I don't need you to be that needy. You know what I mean? But anyways, what Josh is talking about, that's a joke that I made, man. Because unfortunately, I hope you don't mind, Josh. But anyway, Josh kind of got his heart broken down here, and so I was like, damn, bro. Like she put your heart in a wood chipper. So yeah, yeah. um, yeah, man, that was too bad, dude. That was too bad. And I'm gonna be honest, man. I was kind of caught in a similar situation as Josh was. Like, I thought that I could continue something. Yeah, I thought that I could continue something that with the girl that I met on my residency trip, right? And I had a 9 month period when I wasn't here, and I thought that we could continue when I came, but I was just realizing like what kind of person she was, and so it didn't work, right? I did see my ex though a few times over. She's been over, right? And every single time she's been over, she's been more impressed with my life, right? But the thing is like You know, she's a very beautiful girl, my ex and all that. But the thing is like I was very honest when I told her that I don't think we can ever have anything real again. Like pretty much if you want to just have fun at this point, because you know she did the same shit that that I'm playing around, and I said to Josh like she threw my my heart in a wood chipper and ate the pieces for breakfast. I think that was a full joke. Anyways, graphic heartbreak love. You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, man, this new girl, she's cool, man, and like yeah, you know, it's when you go through the whole getting a girlfriend down here, I swear to God, you feel like you're almost like in your parents or yeah, yeah, that was a full line. You almost like feel like you're in your parents' generation or even your grandparents' generation, right? So I'll explain how the night went last night, right? You know, we met up with Simon, right? Who's down here. And whatever, we went to karaoke night. You guys can check out that live if you want. I was kind of a goofball like always, right? But yeah, man, she had a good time, and yeah, she was whatever. You know, there is dancing and karaoke and all that, right? So we came back here and we spent the night. And you know what one of the best parts about it was like this morning was when we like woke up and whatever, you know, and then and like I hopped in the shower and I got out the shower like at that point she was already cleaning my house, right? And you know I don't expect girls to do this, but they're just gonna start doing it. You know what I mean? Um, you know because that shows that you know she really likes you, and also just like on a in her mind, you know, she knows that if she doesn't do it, then I'm gonna eventually have to do it. So she knows that it's like stuff that really does help me out, and and then not only that, she didn't even stop there. She was like, "Where's your dog's brush? I wanna brush your dog. I wanna groom your dog." Right? So my dog loves this girl. You know what I mean? And honestly, that's also a really big litmus test of mine. Like, how much are they gonna love my dog? You know what I mean? Um, you know, and this girl loves animals and loves my dog, so you know that's a great sign. You know, I get kind of no, I don't get kind of. I get really annoyed when girls like because my dog can be. I mean, he's a dog. You know, he might do annoying stuff, right? But like if a girl is too annoyed with him, then there's like pretty much 100% chance that that I'm it's not gonna work. You know what I mean? He's a good boy, you know. Oh, by the way, if you guys super chat, he gets a treat. So yeah, if you guys want to super chat, puppy gets a treat. He's right here chewing on his bone. Uh, but yeah, man, and I was trying to think. I was like, have I had a situation like that? And I think I have, but I think it's been a very long time, like early 20s. Like when I used to have girls just like, well, when I used to date a lot of girls, I had a few that were like head over heels for me, like way back then. Um, but yeah, you know, like that almost never happens. Well, actually, the closest I've gotten is like when I've dated a couple girls and like they'll have breakfast made by the time I wake up. Um, you know, but in America, that's so rare. You know what I mean? But like here, you know, I haven't had a real relationship. Well, sort of, right? But like not one where like it's like at my house, like coming over and all this stuff. And so this was like the first time I had that experience here. Like believe me, I've had other girls here and stuff, but it never got to that point, you know. And also like you know they usually had to leave really early and stuff. The ways man, the way to a man's heart is his dog, says Paul Swartz. Yeah, 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 man. Like I just uploaded a picture, you know, and yeah, she was grooming him, right, and like just taking care of him and stuff. Um, you know, like whatever, if I'm not here one day, maybe I'm traveling, she might take care of my dog or something like that. And so I was like telling her how to give him his vitamins. It's like this liquid stuff, put in his food once a day. Anyways, so yeah, so man, it was a great experience, right? And like, I've said this too, that when you guys have really wonderful experiences with like more traditional girls and stuff, I swear to God, like these one or two or maybe 3 nights, and I know you guys know this, they can equal up to 3 months or maybe even 3 years worth of like positivity, right? The confidence, the love that that you can feel. You know what I mean? So it's you know, we literally have spent a handful of times together, but the overall positivity is like, I mean, it can do wonders for your life instead of being with the wrong one, where you might only have positive experiences once every couple months, right? But then you're just drained the entire the entire rest of the time with your experiences, yeah, super god mode. That's why exists old. That's why exists old women living only with her pets. That's why old women exist living. Okay, yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying. Like, if they don't settle down, or if they don't, yeah, like all the boss babes and all this, like these days they'll be like, oh, I don't need no man. It's like, well, really? And when you're 40, 50, 60, and 70, you're really not gonna want a man? Are you sure about that? And a lot of them end up like that, man. And like there are, there's some women who are legitimately like fine being alone. Like they're truly asexual. Maybe they may be like autistic or something like that. But the majority of women, right, that say stupid stuff like that, like I don't need a man. It's like they don't understand how much that they can benefit from having a man, right? Which is like the one of the biggest things I see down here in comparison with the U.S. is like women down here understand the value. And here I'm gonna be honest. So I gifted her something, right? Um, I'll just tell you what it is. I gifted her a cologne, right? A certain cologne. It's a newer brand of Versace. It was on a great discount, right? Um, Here at one of the pharma centers. It was like 40% off. I couldn't believe it. I was like, damn, you never see discounts like this in the States. But anyways, so it came out to be a good price, right? Like just a little bottle. And she straight up told me like, I've never gotten a gift like this in my entire life. You know what I mean? And for most like Western girls, they would have been like, "Oh, that's really nice. I appreciate it." But I'm telling you, like this girl, like was damn near in tears, and like not only that, but she was just so like thankful, like to the degree that, I mean, it's gonna be something that I never forget, right? I've also been experienced down here years ago, a couple years ago, where I gifted a girl her first bouquet of flowers, right? So it doesn't even have to be like a more expensive gift, right? And when I say more expensive, I'm talking like $50. You know what I mean? But even that is expensive down here for people, So a lot of girls maybe never got an original brand of a perfume, right? In their entire lives, right? And she's 27 years old, right? So, yeah. And a girl in the West might be like, "Oh, that's nice. I appreciate it," right? But girls down here will be like, "Damn, this is like fucking life changing." And not only that, but like their friends and family will be like, "Damn, like he likes you," right? And the thing is like I came here with multiple colognes, right? Because I collected them in the States. So I'm like, there ain't no way that I'm gonna be sticking with a couple bottles of Versace and my girl's not gonna have one. You know what I mean? Like I said, this is like a little tiny little thing. Um, you know what I mean? And so, whatever, man. You know, she's I can just feel it, man. That like, uh, she's worth it, and she was right. I mean, just by her response, right? Klinger FPV. Hello, good sir. I believe you're a guy, Klinger. I don't know, but yeah, um, yeah, guys. So, anyways, um, but it did take me 7.5 months to, honestly, for me, for me as a guy, to choose, right? Because like I said, I've dated multiple ones. I've dated some that are like kind of on the fence. I've dated other ones who were like I was sort of into, but not into enough. Because I take, and like I say in my videos, when I ask a girl to be my girlfriend, I take that fucking serious. Like this is gonna be the only girl, I'm messing with. And another thing is too that in the West, well, here too, for sure, but like she admitted off the bat that she's really jealous. And honestly, I didn't even care. I was like, okay, well that means you like me and you want to hold on to me. And I know that a lot of you guys would probably agree with me there that like, jealousy to a point, as long as it's not like crazy stuff. You know what I mean? But jealousy to a point is actually really good. You know what I mean? Like I'll take a jealous girl any day that hits me up every hour or whatever, um, over a girl who's like disappearing and just like not communicating well, etc. You know what I mean? Wise here, world. Hola, hola, amigo. ¿Qué tal? Yeah, Wise. We're just talking everything about dating tonight. Um, yeah. So I was just explaining like how my weekend went, and like, man, it was cool, and yeah, man, like even having that experience of like her just already just trying to help me with my life by the time we woke up, cleaning my place, grooming my dog, like it's just that's the kind of stuff that like yeah, I could pay somebody for, you know what I mean, but to have your woman just do that, and it's not something that I expect or ask her to, but just for them to do that, like you guys know how much that means. you know, when a woman makes your life easier, and then not only that, but like later I was like, hey, I got to be on the computer for like an hour and a half. I wanted to get this thumbnail and all the hashtags in to release the steakhouse video I did today. So I was like, hey, I know we had a long night. You already done a lot this morning. Just go lay down, and I'm gonna be on the computer doing what I needed to do, right? And when I said that to her, right, when I just like said like, hey, baby girl, like I'm just gonna focus on my online work, dude. I'm telling you, man. Well, number one, it's really rare for guys to work online here in Paraguay, but she was so impressed, right? Like, she was like, wow, that's some real cool shit, right? And, I just showed her like the editing program I use and stuff, and she was just like impressed. And she also understands too, especially now that she's seen the programs I use and stuff to edit videos and whatnot, that like those are skills that I could all obviously teach her over time. That I mean, people learn that kind of stuff in college. Like I self-taught a lot of myself this, well, sort of, because some of this stuff was in my line of work before I came to Paraguay, but most of it is self-taught. Um, you know, but she realizes that like, you know, the, and not only that, but I'm also bilingual, so I speak English, and so she's like serious about learning English through me, and I'm like, of course. And every girl that I've tried to make it work with knew that as well. And the thing is, like, she's smart enough. And my girl now, she understands, right? That is like something that honestly rich people afford to have like private tutors. Now she knows that if she's my woman, if she's my girlfriend, that's just something that I'm just gonna teach her for free, right? And not even that I'm trying to, but like she'll just whatever, you know. Anything she asks me, whatever, I'm gonna help her out with English. And like I said, like that's usually something down here that is like normally only the rich have private tutors for learning English, especially American English at that. Um, I won't say that British English is getting phased out, but it used British English pretty much used to be the only option to learn down here in an academic level or an academic setting. There is the School of the Americas, I believe it's called, or the School of American English or something like that. But like for private tutors, it wasn't as common to have people learning American English. So what I'm trying to say is like my girl actually understands because she's intelligent that like there's a lot of things that she can learn from me, right? So yeah, she's impressed and like I was just like, yeah, just go lay down. We had a long night. Let me do this stuff. And in her mind, that's her becoming even more attracted to me, which you always want your attraction to keep going up, right? And when you're in the relationships, so yeah, man. I mean, it was really, I haven't had this experience in a long time, right? And a lot of you guys are in the same boat. That a lot of you guys are like me, who had like failed relationships in the States or wherever you're from, right? And it might take a long time. Like I always tell you guys, like it might take a long time, just like it took me like the better part of almost a year, right? To For me to finally be like, okay, I want this one as my girlfriend. You know what I mean? But you guys are gonna know, right? Um, and a lot of girls down here too. Like she just straight up admitted it to me. Like, she comes from a really economically disadvantaged, economically disadvantaged situation in life. So like, she's not used to this. She's not even used to like this. Like dating anybody even that has like a newer like place. So she felt like a queen, right? And I have two bathrooms here. I was like, yeah, just fucking do all your girl stuff in that bathroom. I'll be in the other one getting ready, right? Which, as me as a guy too, though, I've never been in that position to have like two bedrooms, two bathrooms. Like, oh hey, baby girl, just use that bathroom. I'll just use the other one to get ready myself. So yeah, super god. Yeah, I know. I always do that, dude. And yeah, Paraguayans always tell me not to. Don't move your bombilla, or you're left with the herb particles stuck to it. Yeah, yeah. I always screw up, man. Look, he's talking about this, you guys. This is the bombilla, and my stupid self, even though I know better, I just fidget all the time with everything. So like I'll move this, but like yeah, it'll be it won't taste right. But yeah, Waz here world. Nice, man. She from Asuncion. She lives in San Lorenzo, just like I do. Which is also really nice, right? Like logistically. I've dated girls who, well, very casually, dated girls who live like 40 minutes away, and it's just kind of like, damn, dude, it's kind of ugh. Anyways, this girl's like 10 minutes away, 15 tops in traffic. Um, yeah, so that's a lot nicer, man. So much nicer, and it's not an overwhelming distance for her, right? I haven't been to where she lives yet, right? And that's something that we'll talk about going forward. The whole like meeting family and stuff, because you guys gotta understand, man. This is like multi-generational stuff. Which is common here, as I talk about all the time, right? Like multiple generations under one roof, You guys know what I mean. So, anyways, we're just, and honestly, the best way to get approval before you even meet the parents is just to be a good guy, just to like make sure that if she's coming and you're seeing her on Valentine's, she's going back with a bouquet, and her family's seeing that, or like some chocolates or something like that. So, like, there's things that you can do to impress the family before you even meet the family. You know what I mean? Um, you know, so yeah, man, I don't know. That's how all that goes. Let me know if you guys have any questions or you want me to cover anything in particular. Otherwise, yeah. But Valentine's Day here in general is it's like so old school because like everybody's into it, right? In the states, in the states, probably right now, you guys see that there's a lot of broken people. There's a lot of people who don't have somebody, right? And I was one of them for a few years. And it's Valentine's Day can be really sad in the States, right? And believe me, there are people here who have heartbreak and are alone and stuff too. But the thing is, the difference here in Paraguay is that because you're so close to family, the family is so strong, they don't just let you just suffer, right? Like, even if people are alone, those people are probably still getting together with cousins or at least like checking in on each other, etc. Right? Especially like the closer you live to family, right? Um, you know, like you got cousins right down the street, you could easily just go over there, which is a big reason why I want to move to Capiata. I want to be closer to family, just have a better experience. Like, San Lorenzo is cool, but I would particularly want to be closer to family in Capiata, and it'll be cheaper too, going forward. But, but yeah, you guys, I don't know, man. Yeah, it's weird, right? Because I don't try to pretend like I'm an expert at none of this shit, right? Most of it's most of what I talk about is learned off of failed experiences. In Capiata, nobody is alone thanks to cows. Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, I think I know what you mean, man. Like Capiata, like everybody has fucking cows, dude. It's hilarious too, bro. Like when I first started coming here to Paraguay, like I know this is going off topic, but when I first started coming here to Paraguay, dude, I would be like, dude, there's just bulls in the streets, like with fucking horns and shit. I'm like, bro, is this fucking thing gonna charge? I'd be like scared as hell, right? But like, you just give them your distance, just don't scare them and walk slow and stuff. And they're used to humans, right? Because they won't even be behind fences. Like, but Capiata, well, at least Ruta Dos is getting a little bit more modern, sort of, slowly, right? But if you get in the back streets of Capiata, oh, for sure, you're gonna see all kinds of stuff. Like random people who have monkeys and stuff too. Eventually, one day I'm gonna get a monkey, you guys. Like, well, I want my own house and stuff by that point. um, yeah. Anyways, so, um, Josh, yeah, it's crazy here. I have basically no family, and a few relatives are scattered in other countries. Can't even fathom the concept of having relatives close by. Yeah, that's really sad, and it's not anybody's fault, but it's America doesn't even come close to the rest of the world when it comes to like solid communities, solid families. There's multiple videos that have gone out about this too, like from the large man living abroad, that channel. Bo's covered this in Romania. People cover this all the time when they come back from the Philippines. People cover this when they come back from all over Latin America and Africa. And yeah, like yeah, the Western Europe and the States and Canada is becoming very left behind when it comes to community and the family aspect. All right, because for example, and this isn't always the case, but for example, like um, you could have somebody very highly successful, like a lawyer or a doctor, that has all the ability to move out of the hood, right? To move to some high rise, to move to a mansion, but there's going to be a good chance that that doctor just stays or gets a house like right across the street from their parents. You know what I mean? Um, which goes kind of back to what I've talked about, like the everybody thought that the my big fat Greek wedding, you know that video or that movie, my big fat Greek wedding. At the end of the movie, when the family buys um, the lady and her husband a house right next to them, like everybody thought that that was funny and a big joke and like, oh, that's so weird and odd and like, oh, I would never live right next to my parents or whatever. But that's actually incredibly uh, real down here, right? And in fact, when I live right next to an older lady, right? And literally, her son and her grandkids live right across the street, literally. And so, like, think about it when you become a grandparent, right? She gets to see her grandkids grow up right in front of her. They come over every day. Every day. They have lunch together, like, at least what I could tell, like, pretty much every single day, right? And in the States, like, your grandkids, you might see them a couple times a year if you're lucky. Um, you might see them once a year if lucky, in far too many cases, right? And again, it's nobody's fault, but the States is like, it makes us move all over the place to be able to afford living. I guess less people are moving nowadays, but you know, it's and having a big family and being around family. I mean, it's good for your soul, for your health. There's more checks and balances, so if they think like, or if they're worried about that you're spending too much time inside or whatever, they'll try to get you out of the house. Um, I have like, not too many, honestly, just like literally a couple uh, younger cousins and stuff who were like kind of antisocial growing up. But my family was always super good at like making sure that they're coming to family events and stuff, so that they don't self isolate and like become like American kids who, I mean, not all, right, but like a basement dweller kind of deal, sort of thing. Um, well, once they start hitting like young adult years, or even before that, even like in their adolescence, all that kind of stuff. um, yeah, man. So I don't know. Like Paraguay has a way healthier family culture and a much better community. And even like we celebrate like our town's um whatever foundings. Like I just went to the Capiatá, like 385 fifth founding of the city of Capiatá. So there's like big festivals and stuff like that are free for people, and there's more community connection here, right? I guess the closest thing that you could come to in the States are like county fairs, that kind of thing. But county fairs are expensive in the States. I know you guys know that. Like here like a I guess it would sort of be the equivalent of a county fair in the States, like when we have our fiesta patronals, which are like the celebrating the founding of, and every single city has one of these. So you could literally like go, and people do. You could like go to all of them, right? and and have a blast that way, right? Like there's usually always music and concerts and all that stuff. And they're always outside, and you can meet people or just hang out with family, all that stuff. So it's cool. Um, yeah. Okay. Do you think that a charity would be welcome that provided free or cheap, around $4, eyeglasses to the local people? Yeah, yeah. Um, I mean, you're probably not talking about prescription, but like regular eyeglasses for sure. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I could. That'd be cool, for sure. Yeah. Um. Yeah. What else did I want to talk about dating wise? I think I pretty much covered it. Otherwise, just like man, just like well, I see videos, right? And especially I watch Jack Morgan a lot, and he's hilarious, right? So he'll just like cover like modern dating, and I've been removed from that for like 8 months now, and if I were to go back to the States, even just to visit, dude, like I guarantee that like you're gonna run into like, especially where I'm from like a liberal college town, you know, the rainbow haired man haters and all that stuff, and even the pretty girls, but they're like boss babes, or like, or you know, they got their heart broken once, so then they just like swear off all men and hate all men and all this stuff, you know. Oh, and in fact, on a serious note about that, on a serious note about like the boss babes, like, dude, women get their hearts broken down here too. You know what I mean? By the fucking Chads and all that, and the F boys and all that. But they don't just swear off all men for the rest of eternity, especially if they're hitting like, or even like if they're in their late 20s, they're like, okay, let's be smart about this. Let's find a good one and let's hold on to them as fucking much as we possibly can. You know, because they're not delusional. They understand. Like having a good man by your side can like be wonderful for them too. You know. And plus, like I say this all the time too, but in countries like Paraguay, like girls, they don't have they don't have the privilege to be delusional, right? Um, like, you know, far too many girls like have the privilege to be delusional. Well, when it comes to like whatever, like, and plus that rhetoric about like, I'm a boss babe, I don't need no man, like, that would never come out of a woman's mouth down here because of what we just talked about, the whole family aspect. Like, you're insulting all the males in your family, your cousins, your siblings, your father, your grandparent, like, and that also goes back to like, in the US you're so distanced from family, right? So, you know, you're not going to feel bad if you insult some cousin of yours that you haven't seen in 5 years that lives 5 states away. But here, you're not going to hear that like, oh my God, I'm a boss babe, kind of shit here, because they know that they're offending men, right? And like, people don't just needlessly offend other people down here for no reason. Uh, you know, and you know, for every bad man who does something like stupid as hell, um, will cheat on his wife when she's pregnant or has kids or they're married, or maybe even worse, like beats her or some crazy shit, or is left and started a new family or gambled their money away or whatever. A lot of that crazy stuff. Guess who steps up when the bad men do bad things? Most of the time it's going to be good men who step up, and I'm talking about within the family, right? I'm talking about like an uncle, a grandparent, a sibling, something like that is going to step up, a close cousin, and make sure that that woman who was done wrong, who honest to Christ didn't deserve that stuff, especially because they're beautiful, wonderful, and sweet down here. You know, but a lot of local guys unfortunately don't have the same value. They don't value the women like us Westerners do, because you know they're, uh, when you have 12 Belgium chocolates in front of you, and you know, but there's only two Belgium chocolates in the States, or maybe even one Belgium chocolate in the state, like, you're gonna value that chocolate more. You know, that's just a weird analogy, but you guys know what I mean, though, right? So, but yeah, guys here, and then not only that, but guys here don't have consequences, like especially to the levels we do in the states. Like if you were to, I mean, it usually never happens that, and it usually happens in the most extreme cases where men divorce their women, right? It usually has to come around like she really had to like embarrass you, cheat on you, some crazy stuff for most men to divorce or terminate relationships in the states, right? But even if a man does that, a man knows of the consequences, right? It's very rare for a guy to just get away scot free. Or when I say that, I mean either like a fair deal uh, when it comes to divorce, or you guys are able to sort of go your own ways, right? I've been lucky that I've never, well, I'll be honest, but yeah, technically I didn't terminate the relationship with my ex in the States, right, for 8 years, but she never deserved a ring. I never gave her a ring. And I was still gonna stupidly go down that path with her, and I'm so glad I didn't. I probably would. No, I know that I probably wouldn't. I would not be here in Paraguay if we would stayed together, because I would have done every stupid thing that I could to make it work, right? So it ended up benefiting me and Loki kind of destroying her. She didn't understand that aspect, but you know, but the point is that like there's the consequences aspect for guys down here is kind of the same as the consequences for women, meaning that there's little to none, right? Well, when they f up, right? I'm not saying that it needs to be like the states to the extreme where like judges just absolutely just punish the man, even though it's not even his fault most of the time, or half the time, or whatever percent you want to put it on. Like, um, you know, and I make fun of it's funny as hell. Literally, even the girls who have like disappeared on me, I always joke about this shit. It's funny as hell. I'll be like, I'll talk about like, oh, in America, you know why so many divorces happen, or women terminate relationships is like because they got bored, or they wanted to relive their youth again in their 30s or 40s or 50s or whatever fucking age, right? And like, bro, I've made some girls fucking just die laughing, dude. Just die laughing when I, and especially, I'll do like one of my voices or whatever. But anyways, and I've explained that to women here, and they look at like Western women who throw away good men, like high functioning guys who have great houses or part of the community. They have a family together. They do this and that, and they'll just leave because, oh my God, I'm bored, and Becky's living a better life down the street than I am, and she got to go on 4 vacations, and I only got to go on 3, and oh my God, I'm sure I can find a guy like Becky's. I'm like, I don't think so. You know what I mean? Oh man, it's like the Desperate Housewives, and far too many Westerners engage in like competition, like women, right? So they'll like they'll care far too much about what some girl from high school from like fucking 20 years ago thinks or whatever. And it's just really weird, man. you know? Um, and I don't know, it's so strange that they even care, or that they're trying to show up people that they haven't even seen in 5, 10, 15, 20 years, right? Just because this person got married. And what's funny about that too is that sometimes they compare each other to people who didn't even make it successfully in a relationship, which is like ultra ridiculous, right? Like, why are you comparing somebody who's either literally getting divorced, or you guys can see the projection of their lives? It looks like, yeah, they're pretty much going to get divorced. Especially for younger folks, like, what is it, like, usually within 5 years now? people get divorced. I'm like, dude, I even told my girl, like in the States, right, when I was in that relationship, I was like, yeah, we're not doing the best, but you understand that even us being at 8 years is, we've outlasted more people who have gotten married. And she would be like, well, we're still not married. I'm like, Jesus Christ, you don't get the point though. The point is that like they effed up, and yeah, we didn't do the whole ring shit or get married by law or none of that, right? But even us just being together, period, for that amount of time is longer than most people's marriages, which is like ridiculous, you know? In the States, people date for 8 years, get married, and get divorced within 1 year. It's hilarious. Oh, dude, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I even remember seeing it. Like, she, in fact, well, actually, no, I don't think that that's the case. But I know that there's weddings that she's went to that I refuse to go to, like all her stupid ass weddings with her friends from high school. I'm like, I don't give a fuck about your fucking friends from high school. You know what I mean? I'm like, all you girls just talk shit about each other nonstop. Anyways, I remember that there was a particular girl who literally got married and divorced within like the time that I knew my girl. I was like, dude, like this is like ridiculous. Like in my mind, being a '90s baby, I'm like, okay, most people get married after like or divorced after like maybe 15, 20 years, maybe 25 years. Like, nope, that's not the case. it's like people. It's because people treat marriage like dating far too often in the states. Um, oh, I've also explained. Yeah, yeah, I've also explained too the concept of starter husbands. And bro, girls down here, bro, even girls who like didn't even want to work with me, they fucking laugh, dude. They laugh so fucking. I mean, that's such some American degenerate ass shit right there. Like the starter husband thing. I'm like, because what does it come back to? Because yeah, that's all cute and funny and shit in the States, but if you're talking like that and the equivalent of that would come out your mouth, you're offending people, but you're not just offending people in your family and the men in your family, and everybody around you is gonna look like you as a fucking clown, especially in as Catholic as a country that we're in. But like, you're also incredibly embarrassing if you talk like that, or like the boss babe stuff, or you talk like, it's so embarrassing and it's goofy, and you look like an idiot if you were to say something the equivalent of that down here. Like other girls would clown you, like your aunts would just be like, what in the fuck is she like? Is she? They would be like, this girl's off her goddamn rocker, right? And but in America, it's just like, oh, it's just a trend. Or what was the thing after Trump got elected? What was that movement called? It was like the what the fuck was it? Where like they were like shaving their heads and being like, oh my god, I don't want no more men. I'm like, oh my god, dude, really? Like you're letting this determine your life? Well, what the fuck was that movement called? If you guys know what I'm talking about, what was that goofy movement where they're like shaving their heads and stuff? Um, it was the most stupid stuff ever, man. It was like just degeneracy like to the max. I'm like, oh Christ, this is America, dude. Oh, I'm so glad I'm not there right now. And I'm sure that if I would have looked hard enough, I would have actually known real fucking women in that movement. Oh, the 4B movement. Yeah. Oh my god, that was so ridiculous, dude. I was over here just like, I try not to watch too much of that stuff, man. But like Jack Morgan or somebody who I think is hilarious will cover some of that stuff. And I just like, in fact, actually, I watched it with another girl I was casually dating, and I was like, "Hey, you want to see some funny shit going on in America right now?" And I was like, women are shaving their heads and saying they're not gonna be with men or whatever. Oh my god, dude, we were just dying, and like I was just explaining this shit, like what goes on in America, and oh my god, she was so like it was funny, but she was also incredibly confused. You know what I mean? Um, yeah. Yeah, the four B movement, and yeah, Josh says, yeah, like my ex divorced after 14 years. Yeah, yeah, man. I mean, god damn, dude. Like, I don't know. Well, actually, you know what I remember too, that I remember also. I don't know if you guys remember this, especially if you're older than me, but I also remember that there was a time in the states that if you had a family, that the parents would make it work until you all turned 18 for the child's well-being, right? And they're like, look, we hate each other, we hate our stinking guts, um, but we're not breaking apart this family. And once all of our kids hit 18, then we'll see if we really want to get divorced, right? I remember that being like a, but then again, you know, I grew up in more of a middle class slash a verge of upper middle class like neighborhood society. So I remember that that was kind of more of a thing. But nowadays it's just like nah, fuck it. Like one goddamn thing goes wrong and they'll oh my god, you know, like oh we're just gonna break this off. You know what I mean? Yeah, Paul Swartz. Wish you luck in finding a good woman to raise a family. Yeah, it's damn near impossible in the states now, as I know, as you know. Yeah. Oh, I know, man. It's hard here too. Like I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, it's hard here. Uh, you know that's why it took me fucking damn near 8 months to even ask a girl to be my girlfriend. I don't know if you saw that update, but I do have a girlfriend now, right? And I can't predict the future, man. I don't know if we're gonna work for life or, but I know that we get along well now, and if we keep getting along well, then, you know, we'll determine next steps later. Um, you know, I also did have to like tell her on my end too that you know there could be significant amounts of time that I might not be here in person. And before I even asked her to be my girlfriend, I did talk to her about that. Like, look, if I have to step back to visit for a month, work for a few months, maybe see my parents well, maybe visit my siblings in the states for a couple months. Like, are you gonna be okay with that? You know what I mean? Um, so I was very honest about that, and she appreciated my honesty. Swear to God, she did. And like, I was like, well, and not only that, but I did bring up the possibility of like, hey, if we work out, I pretty much want you to be the one to like take care of my dog, whether I even go back to like visit for a month or something. Um, yeah. So honesty was like the best. Always been my best policy, right? And she'll respect it for you, even if you have to like touch on the fucking hard conversations and all that stuff. Because I had to be very honest. Like I felt that she was moving a little too fast with this like let's mix our lives. Maybe she'll live here. I was like, wait, hold on. I was like, we need to really fucking make sure like we'll have this conversation like months down the line. I basically told her, right? But we're not even gonna touch it again, even in weeks or none of that. Like it's gonna have to happen like within months, until honestly I'm ready for it. Because I don't get pressured by women to do that stuff, right? You know, it's all gonna go on how I assess the situation and what I end up choosing, right? Because at the end of the day, this is my place, even as wonderful as she is, even as wonderful as she is, everything is still going at my pace, right? Maybe some people might be like, oh my God, you have to have a 50-50 mindset and take everything that she says into consideration. Oh, and believe it, I do take what she says into consideration. But at the end of the day, it's still my decision, right? Anyways, okay, comments here. So Yokazi got into the point in my life where I only asked for respect. Yeah, yeah, um, yeah, and yeah. I mean, and I mean, half the time you shouldn't even have to ask for it. It should just be there, and if it's not, it's not. Um, the one biggest thing is that it's really easy to have those conversations down here, right? Because I have all my red lines. I put all my red lines on the table, right? Probably what you're talking about too. And if any of those are crossed, right, then yeah, it's pretty much over. I don't care how beautiful you are. Yeah, I don't care about none of that. But if you start crossing red lines, right, like if there's like maybe some miscommunication, which there's, with this one there's not because she fucking communicates with me all the time. I literally have to be like, hey, I'm not, I'm gonna be doing this for like this a period of time. So I'm not ghosting you. I'm just doing this, right? Because Latinos, man, and Paraguayans, like they're gonna be like, what are you doing? Where are you at? Not that they're like worried about you like doing something wrong, but they're just genuinely curious what you're doing throughout the day. But they forget that like you're actually busy doing stuff. You know what I mean? So, anyways, crazy investor. Are there a lot of interesadas, gold diggers, sugar babies types down here? Oh yeah, oh yeah, there are. And yeah, I've ran into them plenty of times, mostly online. You know, and there's the ones who can kind of turn into that, right? Uh, Especially if you start making mistakes and you're not as firm about what you want from the beginning and like your red lines and stuff. They can start turning into some of these things too over time, right? It's fine to treat your woman right, but if you start feeling that she's gonna want too much influence over you or power over you, that's when shit's gonna start fucking up for sure. Um, but the good thing is actually most of them are pretty damn upfront about if they want to be a sugar baby. Literally, they'll put it on their fucking at least when it comes to online stuff, they'll be like, "Busco un sugar." I'm looking for a sugar daddy. And I'm just like, I was talking to my sister about this. I was like, 10 years ago, you would have never seen that shit on Tinder, ever, anywhere on the internet. And now fucking 21-year-olds are like, I'm looking for a sugar daddy. And have all kinds of revealing ass shit out there. I'm like, oh Christ. Yeah, man, like it's crazy to have seen this like play out in America, but it's even crazier to see like Tinder and Instagram and all that shit play out in like the 13 years that I've been down here too. Um, well, I guess most people weren't even on dating apps here until like the last like 5 years slash 6, 7 maybe. For us in the States, it was more like 10 years ago, something like that. Anyways, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, I was just talking about that. Yeah, Crazy Vesser, yeah, all over Tinder. Yeah, there's the sugar babies and all that. What about on Bumble? I've never used Bumble before. Um, Probably be interesting. I just never used it. Um, I mean, even one dating app can be overwhelming down here because you will match a lot. That's not to mean that you're always matching quality though, right? Even if they are pretty, that doesn't necessarily equal quality, right? Um, but at least there's matches. At least it's not like the fucking States where it's just like one fucking rainbow hair with a nose ring and 45,000 tattoos all over her goddamn body. At least it's not like one of those. uh, every fucking 90 days or whatever the fuck. Um, oh my god, dude! I wonder if I still have the video where I was in Madison, Wisconsin, right? And I recorded the Tinder options, and then I was like, oh my god, dude! Every fucking year gets worse, dude. Every goddamn year, dude. There's more feminists. There's more rainbow hairs. Oh, dude, it's just so wild, bro. Really, truly. And honestly, dude, your average girl in Wisconsin. I mean, yeah, there's some beauties. Don't get me wrong. There's some gorgeous ones. I dated a gorgeous one for a long time from like central northern Wisconsin, but like that's not the norm, dude. It really is not. Like your average girl is not going to be as good looking as your average Paraguayan girl. Your average Paraguayan girl is going to be very cute and a beauty. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, dating apps and social media. Yeah, social media. You can tell a lot about a girl with their social media presence. Like my girl has a very small social media presence, and I appreciate that. It's like a normal fucking friends, family kind of deal. You know, and well, not only that, but she actually like and I actually agree with her. Like cautious moving forward about what I post and don't post and all this shit. You know what I mean? Doing videos together, all that. Bro, remember when I was there last week and my Tinder experiences? Yeah. Dude, you're a fucking goon, dude. Yeah, man. Um, yeah, dude, you can find good ones on Tinder, right? For sure, but it's not. It's gonna be the exception to the rule, right? The rule is like you probably shouldn't, but if you do, just take your time with finding the a better one, even if she's not the right one or the one for life. But at least she's like a better one, you know. Um, yeah. So it's kind of a worldwide rule now that goes beyond just the West. Like it exists over here too. So yeah. All right, you guys, we're hitting an hour here. So let me know if you have any last questions or anything you want me to cover. Otherwise, I'll probably wrap it up pretty soon. Uh, yeah. Otherwise, yeah, man. It was a hell of a journey, man. To to even find a girl that I even wanted to ask to be my girlfriend, you know. But we had a great time yesterday, man. Like really, truly, and like her feminine nature and just like how she wants to like just take care of me, right? It's like you guys know that stuff is priceless, dude. That stuff really, truly is priceless. Uh, Especially when it doesn't need to be communicated at all, and she just starts doing stuff for you. Like that's a whole nother level. Um, and you know, when a girl likes you, she'll do pretty much anything to make your life better. You know what I mean? Um, even to the point where she's like, look, because we walked down the street just to get some empanadas, right? Because we needed to pick something else up from the store. I was actually gonna make like eggs or whatever while she was cleaning, but she needed something from the store, right? So, anyways, uh, it, what the fuck was my point with that? Yeah, pretty much she has to be your girlfriend if she's gonna be doing a lot of this stuff. But once she is, you're gonna know if she's good for you if she keeps that consistency of like wanting to take care of you. You know, if you know what I mean. So yeah, and yeah, man. Like our holidays, I guess I'll just like close out with that. Like Valentine's Day, the first day of spring. Obviously like her birthday, that kind of stuff. Like you guys need to be doing the flowers thing. Girls here are worth it too, man. Like, um, you know, they're actually appreciative of it. Like, it doesn't have to be a fucking $50 or $100 bouquet of roses. Like, I was remembering how much fucking flowers cost in the states. Like, especially if you want to do like a delivery or something. Like, I remember that I would send to my ex. Like from like a high V and like between the flowers and the delivery and the tip it would be like I don't know, 40, $50, right? Here I just got a bouquet from a lady walking around at the club for like $4. Uh, yeah, like not even $4, right? And I was like, yes, now I don't have to fucking worry about a bouquet tomorrow. You know what I mean? I just posted on that as well. But yeah, man. Yeah, holidays are actually celebrated here, man, and like it's so different, dude. Just cause I don't know, man. And if it's not the feminists and the man haters in the states, then it's just broken relationships as well. So Valentine's Day can be extremely depressing, as maybe some of you guys know, for a lot of people, and even for me, man. Like I can't remember when I even had a decent Valentine's Day, even when I was with my ex in America. God, it would have been so fucking long ago. I don't know, man. I want to put maybe 5, 6 years ago, since I've had like a pleasant, nice Valentine's Day. And like, you know how sad that sounds? Like, oh yeah, bro. Like the last time I had a decent Valentine's Day was fucking half a decade ago, type shit, you know? And yeah, man. So like, yeah, dude, fuck, man. Like, so many people are just so goddamn broken in America, man. Men and women, but you know, statistically, it's usually not the guy who even breaks off relationships. You know, you guys know that. Um, you know, 7 out of 10 divorces are initiated by women. You know, they can come and say that, oh my God, he was such an asshole and so abusive. But normally, I went over the stats in one video. Normally, that's not even the case. Normally, it's just some vague something or other. I got bored or I didn't like it anymore or some super privileged ass shit like that. You know what I mean? So Yukazi, I haven't celebrated Valentine's Day in about 15 years. Jesus Christ, man. Yeah, yeah, that would have, yeah, yeah, that would have been when I was 19 years old. That you haven't celebrated Valentine's Day. Jesus Christ, man. No, 18 years old. Holy fuck. So pretty much like my last year of high school. So Yokazi unfortunately hasn't had a really good Valentine's Day. And yeah, man, I feel bad for people. Like you know, and in the U.S. too. I remember it used to be like, oh yeah, Valentine's Day. You know, at least like half of us, or maybe even more of half of us have somebody in our lives. But now, dude, nah, man. Like not even, man. Like you know. So yeah, I know it's a. It I mean, most people swear off Valentine's Day. Even people who are couples, they're like, yeah, fuck it, it's just another stupid day, right? But down here, there's like something in the air. You know what I mean? Um, Especially if you have a girlfriend, man, you better be finding those flowers at least. You know what I mean? Uh, yeah, dude. So, whew. No, I just don't give a shit. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah. Well, Paraguay, you're in the country of love if you come here, man. So, yeah, this is more old school. It'd be like your grandparents' time here when it comes to that kind of stuff. Especially because the family, community, boyfriend, girlfriend, all that stuff, you know. But yeah, all right, you guys. I think I'm gonna hop off here unless you have anything last you want me to talk about. Um, yeah. But anyways, no matter what situation you're in on Valentine's, man, shit, I hope you're at least having a good Friday. It's Friday, right? Yeah, it's Friday. um, and yeah, man, fuck it, shit. I don't think I'm going live. I don't know. Maybe tomorrow, but probably not tomorrow. I don't know yet. But yeah. Otherwise, I got other videos that I'm gonna be putting out here shortly, and yeah. Okay, you guys. I think I'm out, man. We actually did cover quite a bit today. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised, but I actually had stuff to talk about this time. Usually, I was just like had nothing to talk about when it comes to love life, rather than just some degenerate stuff. Oh, the very last thing I'll actually say. The very last thing is like, I was talking to an expat. And I was like, man, it's so weird because I did not try to be a player down here. I was literally just trying to date to find the right one. But when you date to find the right one down here, it's just like I totally felt like I was becoming a player again. Not because I wanted to, right? But like I was just like, damn, dude, I still haven't found the right one yet that I want to ask to be my girl. So I still haven't. I'm gonna mess around with this one. And okay, well, I had a week pass and I haven't seen a girl, so let's just invite this one over for some fun, Or goddamn, I hope my girl doesn't fucking read the subtitles on this video. Oh shit, I'm gonna be in a lot of trouble, you guys. At least it'll be to the end. I don't think she'll see this far. Uh, but I was like, God damn, dude. Oh, I'm so sick of this cycle of just like randos and like girls that I sort of like or like, but I can't see myself like even asking them to be my girlfriend or whatever. Or if I'm gonna be honest, like I want them to kind of be more beautiful or whatever, you know. And like girl I'm with now is really like really cute, beautiful, all that stuff. And I was just like, yeah, man, okay, we're picking this one, and we're gonna fucking stick to it, whether it works or it don't. Cause man, you got to make a decision in life at some point. I could have waited another fucking 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 1 year to keep searching around and fuck around. But then it goes back to what I was saying. Then I'll just be messing with more randos, and then not have a girl here who I'm like at least progressing somewhat with, you know. So I was getting sick of it, dude. I was getting sick of dating. Oh, in fact, Jack Morgan talked about that shit today, and we're like right around the same age. I think he's like 35. I'm like 33. And he was like, yeah, dude, like dating is fucking exhausting, you know? Like dating is certainly exhausting. I was like, yeah, dude, god damn it. It certainly is, man. Yeah. That's why I was heartbroken over like a couple times over here. Because I was like, damn, okay. Like I think that we can make it work with this one or this one or this one. Um, but or like this one fucking disappeared or this one wants to play it out for far too long than I fucking am willing to wait for her to make a fucking decision. And which at that point I'm like, okay, well I need it to be my decision anyways. And like I don't know, bro, or like overly ambitious girls like, oh well, Ryan's not perfect enough and shit. So I'm like, okay, well go fuck yourself, and I'm just gonna keep it moving myself. And I'm glad I did, to find this girl, So Yukazi, enjoy. Mr. Edward, happy Valentine's, bro. Happy Valentine's back to you, man. Okay, I think I'm hopping off, you guys. Yeah, actually, I had a lot of substance to this, so you guys can go back and watch this live. Otherwise, catch other videos. I did something on a steakhouse. This last video. Um, I kept Josh anonymous, man, just because yeah, I forgot to mention that. I had this weird motherfucking stalker, dude. Like this, like, well, I guess technically not a stalker, but like, anyways, he was insulting me, man, and like he insulted my woman, right? And I was like, I wanted to like fucking go to virtual war against this motherfucker, dude. But I just left it alone. I left it alone, right? And you know, just because like, whatever, man. It don't matter, but you know, I was like, bro, like, what the fuck, bro? Like, get the fuck off me. And it had everything to do, yeah, it had everything to do with me posting one picture of my girl, right? Like, triggered this weird ass dude who is like either like obsessed with me, or I'm gonna be honest, like gay, or I don't know what the fuck he is. And I have nothing against gay people, but like, it's really fucking weird. Like, he got like personally like hurt or whatever the fuck, like saying like, "Oh my god, bro, you just need to focus on crypto and become rich before you get a goddamn girlfriend." I'm like, bro, who the fuck are you? Like, fucking weirdo, dude. Like, just shut up, bro. Like, don't nobody give a fuck about you, man. Like, the last time I checked, yeah, a lot of weirdos on the internet. Just ignore them. Yeah, dude. Last time I checked, I'm just like, bro, like, all I do is just talk about life, right? I ain't doing nothing to you. What the fuck? Come at me like that. And yeah, the fucking another expat was like, yeah, dude, I think that it might be coming because you're getting more well known or something like that. I don't know what it is, man, but dude certainly has a personality disorder, and it's fucking really goddamn weird. I'm just like, brat, like I had one girl hating on me, a younger woman, but I can understand that more, right? Because but she thinks I'm a passport bro. I mean, she's an idiot because I'm not, and whatever. But like, I could at least understand that, right? Like, I think she's totally wrong, and she is wrong, but I can at least understand her mindset. But like, when a guy comes at me in a weird way for posting about a woman I'm seeing, and being like taking it personally that I'm not like, like I don't know, bro. And you know what's funny as fuck about that? He's like this self-proclaimed alpha, right? And I was actually gonna do a poll about this shit. It's gonna be a funny ass poll, but I was like, would a self-proclaimed alpha, once he's blocked on all platforms for being a fucking weirdo and for insulting me, if a man blocks you on all platforms and you go through the trouble of creating other numbers or other accounts to go back and contact that man, does that sound like an alpha to you? Please let me know in the comments here. I'll give you guys a moment to comment on that before I log off. But seriously, anybody who's listening, does this sound like an alpha move to, once you're blocked by another man, because that's how shitty of a man that you are, to create new numbers and or new accounts to try to recontact that man? That don't sound too fucking alpha to me. That sounds like some beta weird cuck fucking uh I don't know, whatever fucking word you want to put on it. That sounds like some bipolar disorder, crazy shit. That don't sound like no alpha that I know. You know what I mean? So I'm like, bro, people are so hypocritical and so stupid they don't even realize it. It's honestly, it blows my mind. Yeah. Okay, this last two comments. So Yokazi, as long as they have a real job, no kids, and graduated from the university, that's the best type of woman. Yeah. Yeah. It's, well, yeah. You're right. And the graduated from the university, a lot of guys would actually push back against you. I would tend to agree because statistically they have the best marriage rates, like college grads when they marry. The only caveat is when it comes to that like marriage graduate like is usually that's kind of like a usually a college sweetheart kind of situation. But you know, so Uh, I mean, yeah. I mean, in general, right? But like, if you're meeting a woman and she's 40 years old and she has a PhD, but she's bitter as fuck, like that don't sound like somebody I'm gonna put a ring on it. But if you're like the college sweethearts, right? I can absolutely see where that statistic lines up, where college grads have better success rates at marriage, right? Yeah. So Yukazi, LOL. Yeah, dude. Yeah, that whole fucking, oh my god, I'm an alpha, bro. What the fuck, bro? I'm like, you're not an alpha yet because you're not a goddamn millionaire. What are you doing dating? What are you doing having a girlfriend? Like, bro, what the fuck does it matter to you, fucking weirdo? God damn, dude. Motherfuckers are so fucking weird. A crazy investor would be cool if we had a crypto wallet, though. We could send you a donation more easily. Oh, okay. Hmm. Maybe I'll do something like that. Yeah. I was on one app a while ago, but yeah, I can figure that out. Uh, for sure, and include that info. Okay, you guys. Whew. Okay, so Yukazi, I'm not the smartest man. I need a woman at least smarter than me. Woo! I love the self awareness. I love the self awareness. No, that's the gayest thing I've ever heard. Wait, Josh, what are you talking about? Are you talking about the self proclaimed alpha who's creating multiple accounts to contact me? Or are you talking about him, right? Who cares that I have a girlfriend? Stalkers are only cool if they're hot women. Yeah, bro. But you got to be fucking like famous as fuck for you to have hot women stalkers, bro. Or unless they're your exes, right? And they're hot, right? Like in my case, right? I have a couple exes that are still smoke shows, right? Uh, and actually, that is funny because they actually do stalk me too, in America and here, and I fucking know that because they literally tell me that they read subtitles and shit. But yeah, there's nothing that I could capitalize off of, even in a fun way, and not like I would even want to or need to, anyways, these days. So it doesn't even matter. But yeah, dude, that's the gayest shit ever. Dude, it is, bro. I was like, bro, there has to be some other shit going on in your mind for you to like be so hurt, bro. That like I have a girlfriend. Like, god damn, dude, weirdos, bro, weirdos. And again, nothing against gay folks. Y'all know, or already know that, but like, Jesus, bro, like, just come out of the closet already, for Christ's sakes, dude. Fucking A. Oh man, yeah. I'm not the smartest man either, so Yukazi. I'm definitely not. And yeah, on a serious note, like, I always knew too that like, if I end up with a Paraguayan woman, that they would be like teaching my kids Guarani and stuff. So my kids are gonna be trilingual if I marry a Paraguayan off the bat, right? Spanish, English, Guarani. Hopefully, I can throw Portuguese in there if I get good enough. And so there are certain girls down here who know Portuguese to an extent, right? Um, yeah, to an extent. Um, some girls are pretty damn fluent in Portuguese down here too. Yeah. So Yukazi, ask crypto investor what we should invest in. Okay. Or crazy investor. Hey, crazy investor, what should people invest in at this very moment? I know it changes all the time, but so Yukazi wants to know. And oh, the one thing I will say about that investment stuff is that so this guy, right? Like, I don't doubt that he's just use the technology for sure. Okay, like yeah, meaning like what? Like look it up yourself. Okay, for sure. Yeah. You know what's funny as fuck about this one guy? Like, uh, this dude who keep whatever trying to contact me and shit. I actually don't doubt that he's done really well for himself, right? That's another weird thing he did. He like flashed accounts to me, like how much money he had. Like, bro, I don't give a fuck about how much money you have. You're so weird, dude. But anyways, like, he actually sent me a list, right, of like this shit that I should invest in, right? And I yeah, and I screenshotted it, right? Because that was the same one that like he also threw insults my way, like you need to be investing in this, and this, and not dating no goddamn girl. I'm like, shut up, bro. But anyways, I sent that screenshot to one of my guys, who's way more in savvy about crypto and stuff than I am, and he was like, bro, like half of this list is fucking garbage, dude, or at least like a couple or whatever. Like he was like, dude, that's garbage ass info, anyways. So I'm like, dude, see? I'm like, man, like Jesus, bro. Uh, I don't know. People are fucking nuts though. Okay, so Solana, crazy investor says Solana Ethereum. Okay, in Paraguay, I think they use USDT Tether on BNB chain. Okay, you guys are going way above my head. I don't know what you're talking about, but yeah, if you know what Soyokazi, what crazy investor is talking about, crazy investor trust wallet, probably the easiest onboard wallet right now. Okay, okay. Oh, trust wallet is okay. Trust wallet is the actual name. Okay, probably the easiest onboard wallet right now. Okay, hey, let me actually put that in my notes real quick. So you guys, I actually listen, right? I listen to people who want, who actually give good advice. Not whatever, man. I'll double check on this stuff too, but um, But yeah, man. uh, but you know, it's when you start getting weird on me that I'm like, okay, well, whatever, man. uh, yeah. Okay, you guys. I think I'm out for real now. Appreciate all you who are on. You guys are awesome. We actually had a pretty good count up today. I'm sure this might have got like 200 views off the bat. I don't really know. Um, but yeah, I appreciate you guys writing in as always. And yeah, I understand what you're talking about. Okay, good, good. Yeah. And yeah, in fact, here, let me screenshot this real quick for myself. Okay, I screenshotted it so I don't have to type all that in. Um, yeah, man, dating. Dating's a hell of a fucking thing in the West and here and everywhere. But biggest thing is patience, you guys. Really, truly. I preached a lot of that, and I didn't always even have patience, but I'm glad I fucking did, bro. There's a couple girls I could have made my girlfriend down here, and something just told me, nah, dude, like, nah, don't, nah, not this one, or not this one, or even if I have exes who are like trying to slide back, I'm like, no, you already fucking did me wrong, or like you already disappeared for too long. I have no idea what you've been up to. I don't want to fucking deal with you. Or girls who like start asking me for crazy shit, you know. I'm just like, no, fuck you too, you know. So, anyways, I finally asked, you know, this girl. So I finally have a girlfriend. It's so weird for me to say, right? Because I've just been fucking dating randomly as shit down here for far too long. But anyways, yeah, you guys probably see her on the channel. Y'all saw her if you guys tuned in my live yesterday. Um, but yeah, man. But hang in there if you guys are alone or struggling as well. I've been right where y'all are at for real. Um, the whole dating stuff, and yeah, yeah, man. Beyond all this money making, like that's the next thing that us guys like, you know, will want to figure out in life. It's just fucking having a decent woman by you, you know. And yeah. All right, you guys. I'm out of here. Take care. Peace. And I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, you guys. Okay, I do this.